Oh, hey, what am I doing? Well, I'm certainly not looking for Bigfoot Sasquatch. Not anymore. I'm going to tell you why. Makes perfect sense. It's taken me a couple of days to figure it out, but I think you might agree. It's a very specific scientific formula that will prove that this will better our chances of seeing him, her, it, or they, even though we are no longer looking for him, her, it, or they. Sure, I'd rather be squatching, but I'm not. I hope you're not either. I hope you're not getting my six, looking back here for things that may or may not be peeking through trees, through gaps in trees or around the sides of trees to see us. Don't do that, okay? If you think you see, if you potentially see a Bigfoot Sasquatch right here, peeking around this tree, don't look there to see if you can see the Bigfoot Sasquatch. Look over here and see if you can see a squirrel or a deer or a bird. Because by doing that, your chances are better of actually seeing Bigfoot Sasquatch. Science. Well, it's actually math. It's called the law of numbers, and I'm going to explain. By the way, people often ask, where do I get my t-shirts? I got this t-shirt. That's just water. It's hot. I've been very busy. I'm going to tell you about my day. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. It's about 90. We're in Virginia. Trust me, it's not the heat that gets you here. It's the humidity. And I've already done so much. Hauled firewood, mountain bike 10 miles. So I got some water on myself there. Got to stay hydrated in the heat. Guys and girls, if you're out there in the heat, or even if it's not too hot where you are, if you're being active, drink lots of water. You're supposed to drink 8 to 12 glasses a day anyway for good skin complexion. I'm looking for a squirrel. I am not looking back there for Bigfoot Sasquatch. I'm looking right here for a squirrel. But potentially that's a deer peeking around the tree. Let me explain. Okay, I got this shirt first on Amazon. Okay, and I wear another one often where people will say, and I'm answering questions from the comment section. People say, I love your t-shirts, where do you get them? I don't design these. These are not the shirts I design. Okay, I got this on Amazon for $19.99. The one that has the Bigfoot Sasquatch, it says world champion at hide and seek. I got that on Amazon for $19.99. Okay, you can get them there too. And I'm not being paid to promote them. I'm just answering questions in the comment section. You know, we get vertically challenged people that live underneath bridges that say, do you always have to promote the shirts you design and sell on Teespring underneath your videos and people just scroll? No, I don't, and I won't do that in this video. Somebody asked about this t-shirt, and I'm telling you, get on Amazon for 20 bucks, and I don't make a dime off of it, okay? That's not a third-party promotion thing. Amazon, same place you get books. Like this one in print or Kindle, Bigfoot Sasquatch Files Volume 1. I'm catching up on my reading. I'm behind because Volume 2 is already out in print or Kindle, available on Amazon in the link in the description of this video, of which I will not address in this video upon request. Guys, there may or may not be a squirrel back there peeking around that tree, like a really, really, really big squirrel. So we're going to go back there here in just a minute to see if we can see a squirrel. Let me tell you why I want you to look for a squirrel. Those aren't tree knocks. We're not listening for tree knocks. That's maybe somebody building a house back there. Yeah, right. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Or maybe there's a Walmart back there. We've had people say in the comment section that they think I just have a patch of woods behind my house, which is really in a subdivision, and there's a Costco or Walmart back there. This is working. This is working. They don't like what I'm saying. You hear that? That's not Costco. That's not Walmart. Potentially, it might be though. We are no longer looking for Bigfoot Sasquatch. I do not want you to look for Bigfoot Sasquatch anymore either. That was not him, her, it, or they throwing something at us, because we're no longer looking for them, in order to better our odds of seeing them, in order of increasing our likelihood of actually seeing. That's a car. I can't even work that one into the, like, you know, impromptu thing. That's just a car. Let's go see that squirrel, and I will explain this mathematical equation, and you will find that if you truly want to see Bigfoot Sasquatch, you will no longer look for him, her, it, or they anymore either. Okay, guys. We are entering the woods here behind my house, and I'm going to explain to you why we are no longer looking for Bigfoot Sasquatch. Sound like somebody knocking on a door. Get my 6, but only for squirrels, deer, and turkeys. So guys, I woke up yesterday morning at 4:30 in the morning with a big aha moment. That aha being, there's probably a Walmart back there or a Costco. All those knocks. Right there at my 6, just above my shoulder. The thing I just saw creeping through there that I want to get on camera. It's probably just a shadow. Don't look at it unless you're hoping to see a squirrel. Okay, so here was the big There's something back there. And I hear screams. Let's do what any sane person would do and get closer. So here was the aha. Most people who claim to have seen Bigfoot Sasquatch were not out looking for Bigfoot Sasquatch. Think about it. Maybe they were in the forest because they were hunting. Maybe they were hiking. Maybe they were fishing. Maybe they were camping. They were just out in the forest doing some sort of outdoor activity. People that probably never even, if you would have asked them, do you even believe in Bigfoot Sasquatch? They would have probably said, are you crazy? To which I would have said, well, you know, they call me Crazy Lake. But my point is, do you hear that? They never intended, they never woke up that day and said, hey, let's go out in the woods and see if we can see a Bigfoot Sasquatch. They just went out in the woods for other reasons, and they ended up seeing Bigfoot Sasquatch. You'll have people who are maybe just out driving. They're on a long, desolate strip of road, maybe out in Washington State, for example. You know, I used to live out there. Shout out to everybody out in Washington. I love, my favorite bumper sticker and t-shirt expression out there was something like, welcome to Washington, where the only difference between summer and winter is the temperature of the rain. That was true. I remember living there in Grays Harbor County, and watching outside the window all day, waiting for it to stop raining. And when it would, I would go outside and run my 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 miles or whatever it was I was doing that day, and then get back inside and it would start raining again. I would literally every day wait for the rain to stop long enough so I could run without having to run in the rain, then get back inside, and then it would start raining again. So let's say you're out there in Washington State and you're driving up north on Route 1, going through the only rainforest in the continental United States, which is out in that area. Beautiful. Been through there. It's a gorgeous place. And you had no intentions of going out to see a Bigfoot Sasquatch. You just wanted to go on a scenic ride out in the beautiful Pacific Northwest through the only rainforest of the United States, continental United States. That was a howl, but I'm sure it was not a potential Bigfoot Sasquatch, because we're not looking for him, her, it, or they. That had to have been a howl for maybe a bear. Okay, so you're driving up Route 1. You go through the cute little town of Ocean Shores, Washington. The setting of a book called Serial Street, written by this guy, crazy Kevin E. Lake, available on Amazon. Just saying. I know I said I wasn't going to say that, but I'm just saying. And all of a sudden, Bigfoot Sasquatch runs out in front of your car across the road. You didn't plan that. It just happened. You were out there driving, looking at the beautiful Pacific Northwest, the only rainforest of the continental U.S., and you just happened to see him, her, it, or they just run right out in front of you. But it wasn't planned. So here's the deal. I thought, you know, people who go out looking for them almost never, ever, ever, ever find them. I know we've had a lot of sightings on this channel, particularly in the video, and this is my case in point. This is a prime example. The video called He Discovers the Lair of Bigfoot Sasquatch and is told loud and clear he is not welcome. I'm going to put that video on the end of this video as an end screen. In case you haven't seen it, it's somewhere between 17 and 18 minutes. I didn't even see it when I was out there, and I was 40 yards away from it, as it was potentially stealing my trail cam. Everybody else saw it. Everybody started commenting, OMG, OMG, look at whatever, the timestamp. It's somewhere between 17 and 18 minutes. And I went back and looked, and I thought, what are these people seeing? Because everybody, they put different timestamps. Somebody says 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Somebody says 13:08. Everybody was saying the same thing. So I went and looked, and when I saw it, I felt the hair on my arms and the back of my neck stand up, because I had no clue I was that close to it. I guess I was looking for it, but because I didn't see it. That's my case in point. So I woke up again this morning, super, super early, like 4:30. It was like, how can I work this into... I just heard a scream, but I'm sure it was a mountain lion, even though we don't have those over here on the East Coast. I'm on the East Coast now in Virginia. I thought, how can I work this into our strategy to where we'll actually increase our odds of seeing him, her, it, or they by no longer looking for him? Took me 2 days to figure this out. So I got up at 4:30 this morning with this thought, how do I do this? You know, the sun came up, I'm having my coffee, sat on the front porch, talking to the deer that come around here every night and eat our strawberries and all of our ornamental bushes and stuff. Couldn't figure it out. Jumped on my mountain bike, rode 10 miles because, you know, it was still kind of early. It wasn't hot and humid yet. But it hit me about halfway through my bike ride. Just when you go out and you do these videos and you go into this forest behind your house, don't look for them. Do not look for Bigfoot Sasquatch. So that's what I'm doing out here today. I am out here not looking for the potential Bigfoot Sasquatch that may or may not live in the woods behind my house. And what I'm going to do is ask you to do the same. Instead of looking at my 6 o'clock, hoping to see a Bigfoot Sasquatch, look at my 9 o'clock. Look at the 7 or the 8. Look somewhere different in hopes of seeing a gray squirrel or a white-tailed deer. Because in so doing, the numbers are the proof. You are greatly increasing your chances of seeing a potential Bigfoot Sasquatch. It's math, people. It's math. It's math. So thanks for being here with me for another episode of the PGSS. The potential gray squirrel show.